Greetings.
I'm Ediz.
And I'm Ben.
And we are bringing you our 10K subscriber video, which is also a Q&A, thanks to you guys.
And the crowd went wild.
I can't believe we've actually done it.
Do you know what? I can.
I know, actually, I was like,
we put a lot of work into this. Yeah. So I'm happy that we got to this point.
When we saw that extra digit,
that's when you know things are getting serious.
Yeah, now to get that extra digit, we've got to get 100K. And 100K, you get a plaque, right? That's when you get the plaque.
That's the only reason we're doing it. Once we get that plaque, it's done. It's over. So we put it out to you guys. What do you want us to do? A couple of you said Q&A. We're like, sweet, we'll do a Q&A. And then so many of you had questions.
More than we expected.
Like, we've got like 60 plus questions.
Well, we've got 10K subscribers now, man. We should be expecting that more often.
Do you know what I mean? We're kind of a big deal around these parts. I don't know if we'll be able to get through all of them today.
We won't. But we will try and do another video maybe. Let us know in the comments. Or we can try and go live. And like have some comments come up live, answer some of the comments that people wrote down.
That scares me a little bit. I don't know why, but
yeah,
like,
I don't know why. I keep suggesting we should go live.
I
keep suggesting we should go live, and he keeps being like, "Oh,
I don't know.
I don't want it. What if no one shows up?"
That part.
Well, then we have 2 people, and it's fine.
That part.
They're not actually here.
Maybe that's what I'm worried about. They're gonna knock on our door like, "We're here for the live Q&A." Should we just jump straight into the questions?
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, have we said thank you to the people?
Thank you.
Sweet, now we've got that out of the way.
No, seriously, thank you so much for like subscribing and watching our content. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching this cheeky video, you know what to do. No, honestly though, it means so much. Like, it just makes us feel more legit.
Oh, should we say this right now? We have both now had an experience in the public.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Where we got recognised separately.
Yeah,
so it's happened once to me in a hotel, and if Mr. Man...
Do you remember his name?
On my way out... Okay, so basically, the what they call the concierge, the person who works behind the desk at the hotel.
The receptionist.
Literally, when he was asking my name, he was like... He didn't ask my name. He was like, "Is it Ben?" And I was like, "Yeah," thinking he had my name on the computer. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm a big fan of your YouTube channel." And I was like... And I wasn't even with him. I was with someone from work. That was crazy.
You made it sound like no one would recognise you unless you were with me.
Well, because it's Ediz and Ben. It's not just and Ben.
So after that, he called me up and was like, "You're never going to guess what happened." Because you was in like some random city in the UK.
Maybe Durham. Oh, but then he said, "Did you get his name?" And I was like, "Oh no, so I can't shout him out on the channel." And then the next morning, I went down. He was still behind the desk. He was pulling an all-nighter at the hotel. And I was like, right, I need to make sure I get his name. So I walked over and said, "Thank you so much. You made my day yesterday." Clocked the name.
Ben.
And then I walked out, but I started walking the wrong way. So then he was like, "Oh, the exit's that way." And then I was like, "Oh, sorry." And then I walked the other way. And that, because that happened straight after I clocked the name then, because I was embarrassed.
Completely gone. Do you want to take a guess? They might be watching.
Greg.
Maybe. From Durham. Greg from Durham.
Durham?
Do you think it's from Durham?
Durham.
Is that Scotland?
Durham. No, but it's north.
Nah, but it's not.
Alright, tell your little story then.
We've got real frantic energy, guys. So I was in Bath like less than a month ago.
Oh my God, we're so well travelled around the UK.
No, but this is really cool because it's like...
Yeah, no one... We live in London, no one... How many people live in London? No one's talked to us.
So I was in Bath and I went to a restaurant, and as I was sat down, the waiter came over to me and he was like, really weird question. Do you have a YouTube channel? And I lost it. And it was a real moment because I was like...
You was with a friend as well, innit?
Yeah.
What's great is we were both with people who were then like, "Oh, you're a big deal."
And I thought he said, and I'm sure he said he's a subscriber, and I thought as if he's one of the 10,000 people subscribed, and a lot of our audience is in America. So it's like, what are the chances? Anyway, his name was Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. But also, the next day, he did me dirty because he said the video...
Bro, don't put that in.
So shout out to Jordan. Thank you for talking to me. You're the first person to ever acknowledge me as a YouTuber.
As a human being.
As a human being.
The moral of the story is, if you see us, come and talk to us because it makes us feel good and our heads are going to keep swelling with the fame.
Also, you never forget your first.
Heyo. But I forgot mine.
Yeah, well, take back what I just said.
I'm sorry. If it was you, Write in the comments, and then we've become like pen pals. Anyway, we've talked too much. We haven't even answered a single question yet.
So, because there's so many questions, we're going to do first come, first serve, and then just see how far we can get. And then whatever's left, we'll do in the future. So let's head straight into some of your questions. Let's go.
Okay, the first comment came from Muvok, sick name. Favorite fact about Disney, you know?
Ben?
I'm looking for you, sir.
The first one that just popped into my head was the whole smoking thing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's good because...
Say it again.
So the fact about...
Ooh, I did think of a good one now.
So the fact that every image you see of Walt Disney, he's like, they've edited out the cigarette that would be in his fingers, so he's kind of just like...
It looks like he's pointing with two fingers.
Yeah. But I think it's really good because it kind of... It tells about time and how things have changed, but also it kind of paints the image of what Disney... How Disney wants to be viewed. There's so many layers to that fact. And also, should it be erasing history or should it be leaving it there?
Also, in Disneyland or in the Disney parks, the cast members... When they point, they have to use two fingers. Now, this has become like, because I think in some cultures, pointing with one finger is a little bit rude, but it's a nice little throwback to Disney himself.
But then two is kind of like a gun, though.
But how do you know he's pointing and Walt Disney wasn't actually going, hey? Okay, fun fact. The first one that I think of is just a really basic one. No, I don't want to say that one.
It's a favourite fact. It's not fun. Favourite.
There's so many facts in my brain. Which one do I choose? I mean, a cool one from like the beginning of Disney history, I guess, is when he made Snow White, everyone didn't think it was going to work. They called it Disney's folly. They were writing articles about how no one's going to want to sit through a animated cartoon that's longer than like 10 minutes. And he was like, F you, I'm going to do it anyway. Because he had a vision.
That's nuts. That's just a life lesson, really. It's like, so many people are going to say no in life.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you believe in yourself...
And the way my brain works is the first person to say, oh, that won't work, I'll go, oh, okay, I'll stop everything. So, you know, be more like Disney, I guess.
If Ben was more like Disney, he might have 1 million subscribers now on YouTube. Because people told him to get a YouTube channel. And he continuously said, no, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late.
I should have started a YouTube channel like 10 years ago. Anyway, next question. Let's hop over to our Ko-fi for the next question. Because if you didn't know,
we have a Ko-fi page. So if you want to support us even more than you already are, you can give us a little bit of moolah.
And support us on Ko-fi. So our first question comes from Stephanie Frost, who is always commenting, we love Stephanie Frost. So Stephanie's question on Ko-fi is favourite late 90s Y2K group.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, etc.
Do you know what I love about these questions? Some of them are literally like, Disney or YouTube, and some of them are just like, this is sick.
It's a great question.
Great question, because we've talked about it a little bit on our Turning Red one. We did our whole 90s tier list for music.
I've got my answer.
I think I've got mine as well. I'm going to go with the girl band, the British girl band, Eternal. I don't know if they were popular in the US at all, but when I was younger, I didn't really know them that much. But as I've got older, I listen to them so much.
Oh, Eternal.
Eternal.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say Spice Girls. I saw Spice Girls and you said British girl group. I thought I was going to say Spice
Sorry
Girls.
to disappoint. I'm not a Spice. Spice Girls has never done it for me. But Eternal, the vocals, like the lead singer Esther.
I'm going to say NSYNC, the Celebrity album. I know what track's coming next. I had it on CD. It's a lot. But again, Backstreet, NSYNC.
I'm going to play my favourite Eternal song now. That's enough because of copyright. Ed's going to play his favourite NSYNC song now. And stop.
Thanks, Stephanie, for that question. That was cool and different.
Cool and different. Okay, Nana on YouTube. Will Disney Smash Bros. 4 come out this fall/September? I don't know.
Fall? What is fall?
Autumn.
Fall is autumn.
Yeah. That's just what Americans call it. The answer is yes.
Hopefully.
Question mark?
No, it will.
I think it will.
I'm going to push him to do it.
I think September is too ambitious. I think we're looking probably the next big Smash Bros video.
Right, like October.
I think we're looking more October, November. They take me so long. I'm so sorry.
The thing is like, what was I going to say? So the thing is we don't want our channel just to be one thing. And obviously everyone on YouTube is always advising, once you find your niche, you should really go into it, which is Smash Bros, which is our most viewed videos. So it makes sense to do more of them. But we don't want to get like stuck in a place of we just making this content. So we want to keep it fresh for us as well, so we don't get stagnant and we enjoy doing it. So there might be big gaps between each Smash Bros video, but
know that we're working on other things.
we are
behind
always churning away something.
So thank you, Nana. Back over to Kofi.
Stephanie Frost again hit us with another question on Kofi. Current favourite artist / song? I love it when you talk about music in your videos. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, let us know. Do you like it as well? Okay, my favourite artist currently, I think, is Janelle Monáe, and I'm talking about art just in general. The way she obviously has her music, she just released a new album, we've not listened to it at all, but I think she's going to be in my top listen to on Spotify. But also, she's an actress, just everything she does has like thought behind it. There's like fashion, there's like art to it. So I would say Janelle Monáe.
I don't really listen to like current music. I listen to like a big range of different styles of music. So like one morning I could be listening to System of a Down, which is like a heavy metal band, and rocking out. So the next morning I'm listening to like Harry and Winter, which is one of my favorite songs.
The amount of time, especially in lockdown, I would just hear Harry and Winter on repeat in this guy's room.
It honestly is so nice. So I can go from like rock metal music to like orchestral like movie music.
I'm the same. 1 minute I'm listening to Stormzy, the next I'm listening to Disney Park Q music.
But also, an artist that through and through I just love is Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah,
like, it's just solid.
Man like Bruno.
There's never I'm like, oh, this is not a good song.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question.
Cousin Solar Striker 14.
Solar Striker.
He says, or they say, would you rather react to the Little Mermaid live action film and analyze the film's details? The film's details and Easter eggs and a few other stuff in the film that everyone missed, any hidden details. So they're asking about, are we gonna look for all the hidden details and the Easter eggs? You know me by now. If I see it, I say it.
Well, you don't go searching for them.
Right, that's so it's like, if they're there and they're obvious and I enjoy them, I'm gonna celebrate them. If you saw our Chip and Dale movie reaction, you know how hyped I can get over stuff like that.
Sometimes like when we're editing, we're like, oh, we missed that bit.
We missed that reference. Yeah. We didn't mention it. Are we going to do specific like Easter egg videos?
No.
I don't think so, because I think those are out there on YouTube so already. Yeah.
And that takes, that's a different skill.
But we're definitely going to react to it.
We're definitely going to react to it. If you haven't seen our trailer reactions, they got views for some interesting reasons. But let us know in the comments if you've seen The Little Mermaid already, because we're excited to see it. We've heard good things.
Yeah, genuinely.
Thanks for your question.
Very, very thank you. On Kofi, we've got Nana again asking the same question. What month Disney Smash Bros. 4 will come out?
They asked what month specifically.
Oh, now we're getting into details. I am not legally obliged to give out that information, mainly because I don't know. I just start working on things, and when they're done, they're done. So for people who are always asking, when will it get released? I don't know. When it's done, I guess.
Terrible YouTubers.
But sometimes people are like, how close is it to being done? And wait, should we talk about how I don't understand time?
Yeah, he's terrible with time.
So when someone says like, oh, how close are you? I'll be like, oh, 10 minutes maybe. And then like 3 months later, I'm like, oh, I'm still working on it.
Like literally day to day. If I'm like, Ben, how long do you think it's gonna take you? If he says to me 15 minutes, I double it. And it's usually about double.
I spent 2.5 hours making dinner yesterday, and I don't know why.
And it wasn't that good.
Hey, it was tasty, but it wasn't 2.5 hours tasty.
To answer your question, I know we're gonna do it this year definitely, and it will definitely be like near the end of the year, like October, November, December time.
Okay, this question on YouTube, I read this as the questions were coming in, and I like it.
So Dominic B4687, I wonder what that stands for, has said, of monologue apparently, you two's dynamic often feels like the one I have with my boyfriend, which is mostly cool and fun. But sometimes when you have different opinions or also are just two different people, I would assume from the videos, one that's more laid back and more chill / quiet, while the other one is more outgoing and crazy.
That's you, bro.
In best ways, mostly. How do you bring out the best in each other and honestly just get along the best? What are some of the things you guys value about y'all's friendship and / general relationship and being different from each other? I'm not gonna lie, I read that terribly. But y'all's. you reckon they're from the south?
Keep reading, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry for this long.
Ass.
Ah, I was like Peach. I'm sorry for this long ass question. Much love from Germany.
They're from Germania.
Ah, hey Germany. Oh, that's cool. We got Germany. I love that.
And also, I feel like they've sussed us out to a T. Do you think this
Yeah.
is a good description of us?
So we've known each other for so long, since we were like 15, 14, and we've lived together now, and we've got this together, and
It's a bit much sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. What's the actual question here? How do you bring out the best in each other? Cute. And honestly, just get along the best. Cute. Should we talk about the fight we had yesterday? We had some ridiculous fight about cookies in the kitchen yesterday. So we don't always get along,
no,
but
it's a learning curve, isn't it?
yeah, and I think that's how we bring the best out in each other, because whenever we don't get along, we always have some deep chat afterwards about, okay, why did that escalate? Why were we mad at each other?
And
break it down.
And usually it comes down to communication.
I thought you were gonna, and usually it comes down to Ben
You
being... It is always communication, because then you're like, oh, is that what you meant when you said that? Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant...
Just generally in life, communication is literally key. Like, I'm not that I'm giving you life lessons, but like, you don't know what people are thinking. And if you think someone's thinking something and you react because you think of how...
Assumptions.
Assumptions are not met.
Communication.
Have we answered the question?
I think so. That's how we, genuinely, that's how we get along the best.
I think we bring out the best in each other by letting each other be who you are.
That's cute.
But do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
you hear people say, like, and maybe that's because we're not like in a relationship. So it's like, there's not that pressure of like, I'm your boyfriend or you're my girlfriend. It's like people fall into these kind of like
roles.
The roles of what that is, where
Right.
there's not that pressure. It's like we're close and we're like,
There's not like a blueprint for being just really best friends.
yeah, and brothers. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
Brothers.
it's like, this is getting deep now, but like when we started the channel, I feel like Ben was like restraining in how he'd naturally want to be, and if you go back to the beginning, like he's
Oh, like on video.
yeah, like he was like, oh, people think I'm weird, and I was like, but that is,
But you are weird.
yeah, like that is kind of like what sells, and people see like the genuine like vibes.
No, it's true. Greetings, I'm Ben.
And I'm Ediz.
And this summer we went on the trip of a lifetime to Orlando, Florida. Orlando Disney.
We decided basically to document it because it's so epic. Document?
Yeah, that's good.
That's it.
But also, do you know what's interesting about that? I'm sure you know that whenever you're with different groups of people, you act slightly differently. It's just how life works. So obviously, when I'm with you, I'm just myself. But then when I'm with other groups of friends, even though they're friends, I might adapt a little bit just to be around those people. So part of me was like, oh, but then even some people I know might see me on here and be like, why is he being weird? And then I realized none of our friends are going to watch this channel. And that's the real life lesson.
But the takeaway from that is also like we have layers to all of us.
We're
right?
onions.
We're onions. Not to quote a famous person.
Not DreamWorks.
Also, there's another part of the question.
What are some of the things you guys value about y'all's
y'all's
friendship, general
general
relationship, and being different from each other? Come on, reading in unison.
I think generally we're very honest with each other, which is what I value from both of us, is being able to speak your mind.
Yeah.
Because I think if you can't speak your mind to the people that you have close to you, then like who can you?
And I know I can tell you anything.
Yeah.
Like my deepest, darkest secret.
And knowing that,
And some of them are dark.
and knowing that like you have each other's back, like no matter what,
Yeah, man.
even if they're wrong, you're like, I'm sure there's a reason.
But also, we can just chill. We can
Yeah.
have, and that's, I think, something we don't do enough of
Well,
these days.
this is the thing. It's like, because we live together, we do YouTube together. It's like we're trying to like get that balance of like when it's YouTube chat, when it's like we're just chatting.
Because
like,
when I first moved in, we were playing Smash Bros every night. We were
yeah.
just watching random TV shows, and it was so fun. And sometimes, when every evening we're not watching stuff, we're editing videos, it doesn't feel as fun sometimes.
But also, it's like, yeah, it's just balance.
Yeah.
But also, when you came into the house was during COVID, when things were
Crazy
there were
times.
no rules.
And what do we value about being different from each other? I think it's great being different from each other because,
Well, it's balance, isn't it?
And you're good at the things that I'm not good at.
Yeah, and so vice versa. But what's cool is like being able to meet in the middle.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we both have our strengths, but then there's also like that connection of like, but we do this together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We've hyped each other up too long. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But thank you, Dominic B.
That was a great question.
Um,
That was multiple questions.
back to Kofi. We got Finnick.
So actually, Finnick gave us a very generous donation a while back, which then meant that she's going to get her voice in one of our videos in the future. So keep your ears peeled for that.
Mine are, how did you two meet and become friends? And what are some aspirations you have for the channel or outside the channel? Like any dream jobs or gigs you'd love to strive for. Okay, let's start with the first one. How do we meet?
We met at a theatre school, which is where we used to go after
like-
school.
Oh, yeah.
And
At the weekends as well.
Yeah.
So we went to the same theatre school, like the after school club kind of thing. And so we knew of each other for years. But Ed was always in the class above me for a little bit. So we didn't actually know each other. And then we was in a show together, like
that was Grease.
amateur vibes.
Oh, first was Bugsy Malone.
Oh no, I was talking about the variety shows.
Oh.
We did some shows together, but it wasn't until we were like teenagers that we did Grease together, and we were the T-Birds.
Yeah.
And we just
and Glyn, shout out Glyn.
shout out Glyn, and we just had bare time just to like mess around and just be stupid. And that's when we realized we're best friends. Did we just become best friends?
So that's how we became close, and then over time we then had a friends group at the theatre school, and then I guess then went to college together, and then each bond gets stronger, and
Oh yes, yeah. Then we went to the same college,
yeah.
and the rest is history.
If you don't know, by the way, we went to a theatre school and like acting and performing is part of our like jobs. So that's why we're talking about theatre schools and stuff.
And linking to that, what are some aspirations you have for the channel or outside the channel, like any dream jobs or gigs you'd love to strive for? I'll be real. I have so many different things that I want to do that I find it really overwhelming, and it means I try to achieve none of them. And that's life.
There you go.
Honestly, it's like there's so much I want to do. I want to write stuff. I want to choreograph more stuff. I want to be in movies. I want to be behind the scenes in movies. I want to be a presenter. I want this YouTube channel to fly. I want to be an author like of children's books. I want to
So
do
many
it all,
ideas.
man. And what I do is I start working on something and I think, yeah, that's sick. And then I get distracted. And I'm like, oh, what's that over there?
Yeah.
Or what's real is I get to the bit where I need to send this to someone to like try and get it somewhere. And that's what I'm scared of in life.
Ben's got issues with.
I got issues.
Ben's got people problem issues of like.
Wait. What's this becoming?
Like we're like polar opposites of like I'll just message anybody, and Ben was like too scared to like
Like Edis will have an idea of something and he'll be like, I've messaged everyone, I've got all these contacts, but you've not actually like fully thought out the idea.
I'm just like, just do it.
I'll spend all the time fully planning the idea and I've created it all, and then it comes to the point to show someone, I'm like, no,
You can't see it.
you can't see it, it's just for me.
So yeah, so
But that wasn't your question. Your question was dreams. Oh yeah, I do have loads of dreams. What's your dreams?
what do we? I have lots of dreams too. So if you don't know, I am an actor as my job.
That's what you were doing in Bath, wasn't it?
That is what I was doing in Bath when I met Jordan. Hi Jordan. So I'd like to do more like get into TV and films. I've not done much of that. And
You've mainly done like theatre stuff, haven't you?
yeah. So, but for the channel, I would love for it to just grow and grow and grow, and kind of have this as like a little empire of mine and Ben's, and how we can create and have our own space to create and be as creative as we want to be, and whatever that becomes, we're not entirely sure yet. But
We have lots of ideas, but it's kind of like working out which
to get
direction
there.
to steer it into. And also, you don't want to start one of the other ideas that we have if you then don't think you can sustain what we've
Well,
already
it's
got.
even like a podcast. We talk so much, hence this video, and then it's like, well, we should do a podcast. It's like trying to like pick that thing that's gonna like carry everything else that we've got ideas for.
Yeah,
and
and making sure we can have consistent content first before we then like spread ourselves over to something else.
But is movie reactions and Smash Bros content what we thought we'd be doing and what we think's gonna grow us creatively? I don't know.
Because originally we wanted to do more like dances and things like that, so
But it's a balance because
it's ever evolving.
we enjoy doing it. So
Yeah.
I want to watch these Disney movies. You enjoy talking about these Smash Bros. So let's keep doing it.
Next we've got Patinho
11 questions.
Gelado. No, there's 12.
Can we just like do like a quick fire round?
Okay, Patinho Gelado. 12 questions. We're going to do quick fire. Why did you start doing YouTube videos?
We started YouTube because we wanted a space to be like creative and like and Ben's a massive fan of Disney, and I know he has so much knowledge in there, and everyone's always said to him to start a YouTube channel, and he never has. So we were like, we're going to Disney Florida, let's get on the...
Yeah, honestly, in hindsight, I wish I made one when I was like a teenager, when it was all first like popping off.
Next question, what is your favorite video that you made? Do you like the Super Bowl one?
That is the first one that came into my mind. However, I don't think there's anything special about that. I just think it's a well-made video.
It's a cool video. We did a video on what movies would be musicals, or we'd see as musicals like during COVID, and I really like it.
And I think my favorite video, maybe Turning Red, maybe Chip and Dale, but I think Smash Melee, Disney Smash Melee, because when I'd finished making it, I was literally like, bro, I think this is going to do numbers. And it did. That was satisfying. If you needed to choose a video game to get a movie, what would you choose? Easy, Kingdom Hearts. However, would I prefer it as an anime? Yes, but Kingdom Hearts all day long, baby.
So I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat and Tekken, and I feel like the last Mortal Kombat was a good movie, but
I was going to say, have they not already done it?
They've not really been done like as epic as they could be. Maybe a Mortal Kombat v Tekken movie.
Good sentence.
I mean, actually, a Mario Kart movie would be pretty cool.
Oh, a whole movie just on Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Like him climbing the ranks, doing different cups.
Races.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that. I like that.
Instead.
If you needed to choose a movie series to get a video game, what would you choose?
Reverse it. Uno reversed.
He flipped it, reversed it.
The Boys TV series.
Okay.
As some sort of game.
Yeah, I see that.
Just because I love
like an open world game.
It'd be kind of dark, like Mortal Kombat style, like like vicious, but there could be some cool story modes, and it could be like make the decision, like what would you say to what's his face? Homelander, like he throws you off a building or something. I don't know. And that would be a sick game.
That would be sick. And because I freaking love crossovers, I would probably say the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. Imagine, I feel like I mentioned it a few times now, but imagine if that was like just an open world game. So you're literally walking around, there's just like cartoon characters everywhere. I'd get my life.
Should I keep it Disney related?
Nah, okay. Live your life.
What is your favourite Disney character?
Timothy Q. Mouse.
Mine changes quite a lot, but I always keep saying Baymax. I don't know why, but I do like Baymax.
Good.
But I also love Aladdin.
You are Aladdin.
Thank you.
What is your favourite video game character? Probably Sora, in all honesty. Kingdom Hearts just came in my life in an amazing time. Is he the most interesting character? No, but like, his design is just cool, man.
So, I used to love playing Tekken when I was a kid, and the first character that's popped into my head is Eddie Gordo from Tekken. He used to like fight kind of like Capoeira style, not like his Capoeira style, which is like a dance style. And he's sick.
Nice. Where do you live?
We live in Orpington.
Oh, that's very specific. We actually live at 342 Evergreen Terrace. We
live in Orpington, which is like kind of Kent, just out of London.
South East London.
Yeah.
Well, I was always South East London, then I moved in with you to Orpington. Great.
We actually live near a very big YouTuber called Gary C.
Well, we've seen him walking around the high street. I don't know if anyone knows Gary C. We've never actually met him or said hello.
But I see him at the station sometimes with
do you?
I've seen him a few times with like a Disneyland like suitcase.
He's fully going to meet Adam Hatton somewhere, isn't he?
They're doing very well.
Let us know. Do you watch Gary C?
Did you know that you have non-English subscribers? I'm Portuguese.
Oh, your English is very good for the non-English subscribers.
I do. Like, you can see on your analytics, maybe we'll show you now, like where in the world, like...
Carmen Sandiego is...
Huh?
Don't worry.
Where in the world, like, what percentages watch you the most? It's usually America, England, and then, like,
Canada.
South America, Canada.
On our TikTok, we did the Timon hula dance, but we, for some reason, put the Latin... Someone in the comments put the Latin Spanish or the Latin Portuguese version on it.
Yeah.
And we did that, and suddenly those proportions of who watches our channel completely changed to like Spanish speakers.
And I knew Spanish buzz.
And Spanish buzz. And I only knew because all the comments stopped saying ha 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 ha, and they started saying ja 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 ja.
We were very confused at first, then we realised it was the same thing, but in Spanish. Also, I just want to say, Portugal, lovely country. I visited Porto and Lisbon recently, and had the best time. So if you want to go to Portugal, I recommend it a lot. And maybe if I visit there, I'll come and meet this person.
Question number 9. How old are you?
Let us know in the comments how old you think we are.
Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that.
This person loves movies and video games.
That's maybe why they found our channel.
What is your favorite movie and video game?
Favorite movie of all time, Lion King. Video game, I'm going to give you a top 3, okay? I'm going to go for Kingdom Hearts is up there. Oh my gosh, Ben, stop talking about Kingdom Hearts. I'm also going to go with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think I've put more hours into that game than anything in my life. And the third, it's going to be a toss-up between Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, because I think multiplayer-wise, they're the ones I've played the most. Oh, and Sims 2 when I was younger.
What is your favourite movie? My favourite movie, this is really hard. The first thing that pops into my head
Don't you know what you're going to say?
is just the Harry Potter franchise. Generally.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
safe.
epic. But also The Matrix, also The Mask, Mrs. Doubtfire, Hook.
Oh, you're saying some good ones.
But Harry Potter,
Franchise. Which Harry Potter? Number 4.
number
Carry
4
on.
is my favourite one.
Video game.
Video game, I'm going to give you top 3 as well. Mario Kart, I used to be the king at Mario Kart.
And also, should we clarify, Wii?
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
I was the king at. And then other games just popped into my head. Well, obviously Tekken and Mortal Kombat, I said earlier. But I also really liked to play Clash of Clans on my phone back in the day.
Okay.
And also Pokemon Go. That was pretty iconic.
Oh, Pokemon Yellow. Now that was iconic.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, this guy. Do you like Lego? Eh?
I've never been into Lego.
Oh, we've got a friend who is like,
Really into Lego.
and he's getting all like the new expensive ones. They're expensive, you know, bro.
If you want to follow him.
Oh yeah, he does TikTok on Lego and Ugly Betty. So Alfie Garston.
Follow him. He makes cool Legos.
But yeah, I'm not into it. I
No,
had them as kids, but
I actually
I'm
got
not
my first Lego set ever when I was like last year for my sister. And it was
For your
actually-
birthday?
It was a Spider-Man one. It was
And
quite
you enjoyed
cool.
it?
Yeah, it was
And then
cool.
your
I got
nephew
it.
pulled it apart.
I got it. Like I didn't used to get why people like Lego.
Oh, I see.
And then I got it, I made it, and I was like, I get it.
enjoyed that.
It makes sense. You have like it makes sense.
And the final question is one that we get quite a lot.
Ah.
Are you brothers? And the answer is yes.
Depends what the term is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we are brothers at the end
What
of
does
the day.
what does that even mean?
Well, technically, it probably means you got the same mum and dad, which we don't. But we're brothers.
Yeah, like we're closer. I'm
Nah.
closer to you than I am my own brothers.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's not shady to say. Yeah, same. I was just thinking that's like mean to our brothers.
No, but your brothers would say the same. If you said to your brother, do you think I'm closer to Eddie's or
Yeah,
or
it's just
you?
realistic, isn't it?
It's just fact.
Yeah.
What?
Mila on Kofi says, speaking of movie reaction, since you did Peter Pan and Wendy, will you do live action Little Mermaid movie reaction when it comes on Disney Plus? This is an easy question. The answer is yes.
Is it Mila or Mila?
Let us know in the comments.
Let's guess where they're from. Mila Haluska. Where would you guess Haluska's from? Am I butchering that name?
Like,
Haluska.
I would say like
Alaska?
Eastern Europe, like
Yeah.
Poland or somewhere like that.
Can I just Google it and see? This could be interesting. Haluska.
Yeah,
I would
like
guess
Eastern-
like.
I'm
like
saying it's
Russian,
version onto Russia.
Ukrainian. Haluska is a surname of Czech and Slovak origin. So,
Czech and Slovak. Sick. Okay, our final question.
sorry, did you answer the question?
Yeah, the answer was yes.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should we say we're surprising my mum in this video?
yeah, maybe.
So we're gonna do Little Mermaid reaction after we get back from a little holiday we're about to have
Today, we're flying out.
to Cyprus, my homeland.
And you've not been since you were 10.
I've not been since I was a kid, but we're basically going to surprise my mum, who is out there now, which would be really cute.
Hopefully she likes the surprise.
So maybe there'll be a little video on Kofi for you to watch of like me surprise my mum, if that's what people
Oh
want
yeah,
to do.
I feel like we're gonna try and do a little vlog, see how it
Maybe,
goes.
yeah.
We've never really done one before, so we'll see. We'll see. Our final question on YouTube. Before we get into this question, if you've enjoyed this, if you want us to, there's so many more questions here that we've not even got to. So if you want to see another one, maybe this could become a regular thing. Or
Yeah.
if this only gets 2 views and the comments are like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible! Don't ever do it again," then we won't. But if you do want us to do it again, then give us more
I
questions.
think
Why
we
not?
should. We could go live sometimes, you know, and we can
You
make.
really wanna go live,
We
don't
can
you?
make it part of like we do like a fun quiz, and then we do like Q&A.
Oh, on Kofi.
Yeah, make it like a little session. So our last question on YouTube for today is from Later Gator Games.
Cool name. I like that.
I like that as well. And the
It sounds like they've got like an actual channel, Later Gator Games.
I really like their thumbnail of their picture.
Yeah. And they cover family-friendly games. Us too. What is your question, please, person?
What was your first ever Disney experience? Depends what you call a Disney experience.
Okay, my first time I realised it was Disney that I was watching, I remember hiding behind the sofa while we were watching Snow White at my nan's house when they were doing the spell.
Right.
And my aunt was laughing because I found it scary. And I was like, why are you laughing? This witch is turning into an old hag.
Right.
So that's my first core Disney memory.
I didn't watch a lot of Disney movies growing up, like the classics, which is why we're doing it on the channel. If you want to join us on the really long movie reactions we're doing.
So you're saying Disney Channel, like Zack and Cody, that kind of thing?
That wasn't what I was going to say, but
Alright.
I remember watching as a kid The Lion King 2 a lot.
Did you watch 2 before 1?
I'm not entirely sure.
That's crazy.
But Inupendi was my favourite song.
That is a jam.
Hercules as well was another one, because I had the Hercules game. Playing Hercules on a PS1 game is probably what I can remember as a first experience.
Got you. Oh, this sounds like a good question. If you could interview any Disney character, who would you pick and why? This is going to require
That's
thought.
a great question.
Like, I'm interviewing the
If you could
character.
interview any Disney character.
Okay, I want to know motives. I want to know backstory. I want to know what their favorite color is.
If you could interview any Disney character. That's a great question.
I'm gonna put my feet up for this. All right, let me have a little think. Okay,
Oh, I've got it.
picture the scene. I'm a chat show host. Who am I going to invite to like have an entertaining like interview? My first thought was Mulan.
Okay.
She's been through some stuff, right? She's overcome some stuff. She's had a whole transformation. I just feel like we could get deep. Do you know what I mean? She's been through so much. Family, war. She killed some people.
That's a very good question. Very good answer, sorry.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you ended that?
Yeah, and in all honesty, I probably now think about 20 more that I'd rather choose, but I was like, yeah, that
So
was
the
sick.
one that's popped into my head, which kind of similar reasons to you, is the genie from Aladdin. I feel like so many life experiences, all those years in the lamp.
10,000.
Before that, what's been happening? How's it like?
Who are your different masters?
Who are different masters? Like,
What are your hopes and dreams and
what
aspirations
do they
now that
want?
you're free?
What were you before you were a genie? Were they a person?
Do you get a choice in which lamp you go into?
So many questions, and also entertainment as I'm doing it. Do you know what I mean? And also Robin Williams, not.
No, yeah, that's the answer. Thank you for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed that. It's been a way longer video than we thought it would be.
But you know what? We never just sit and literally just chat. It's
yeah.
always there's something going on.
But that's also why we should get a podcast.
There's a few questions here asking if we get a podcast, and we didn't get to them.
Well, let us know if that is something you want to see, because we are thinking about buying mics, etc. And
It's an investment. We got one, but obviously for a podcast, we need to be sat separately. We need to be around the table. We need to like have weird things in the background.
we need snacks.
We need snacks. We need to make them into short little TikToks so then
Yeah.
people find the podcast.
We also have got some good ideas for a podcast. So
Oh, let us know. We've got good ideas, but let us know what you would want in a podcast if we did it.
If there's something that you're like, no one's talking about this at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, people might steal your ideas. So if you could do them, maybe DM us on Instagram.
You're so what's the word? Paranoid.
Yeah. But overall, we just want to say thank you for subscribing and watching our content. Honestly, without you guys, we are nothing. And hopefully, this is just the.
This could be the start of something
Like,
new.
we just want it to grow and grow and grow, right? And
Yeah,
we're
man.
not chasing numbers, but hopefully
It's validating, isn't
it
it?
grows, yeah, and we're really excited about the future.
And whether you've been with us for a few years now, or if this is the first time you've watched us, thanks.
And welcome.
10K, bro.
10K.
Here's to the next 10K. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Toodles.